In the next two videos, we're going to go through a series of items to teach you how to use our variance report and related screens to investigate and diagnose the source of errors and provide sensible feedback so we can correct your results and also learn from the errors we made so that next week we'll have less errors, cleaner results, and a more profitable bar. Let's get started by clicking on Check Variance Report items. In this example, we have a draft beer product which is showing an overage. We've got 1 kegs too many. So a quick check, it's always useful to look at the missing last time and see in this case we were missing 6 servings or 5% of a keg. That implies that our previous count is correct. This is telling us we're missing a negative amount, as in we have an overage. Another way to understand this is to understand that if previously we had 0.1 kegs and we had none delivered, then having a count of 1 does not seem possible. You don't even have to consider the sold because, again, if you start with 0.1 keg and finish with a whole keg, something is wrong. So either we're missing an invoice here or there was a miscount. In this instance, we determined that there was a miscount, and so we're going to reduce the current count by 1. Then we'll select a unit. And notice now that the overall variance has gone from just over a whole keg to just a tiny little bit. So we're all set, ready to move on to the next item. In this example, Bullet Bourbon is showing an overage. We have 1 more bottle than we should have. As always, I like to start by looking at the missing servings and units from last time. We see we were only missing a small amount, which implies the previous count is correct. So based on a previous count of 0.2 and having none invoiced, it is not possible that we have a count today of 1. So this implies that either we're missing an invoice or we have miscounted this product. If we pay attention to the notes that are here provided by the borrower account manager, we notice that there's a note saying that there's a mix-up between 2 products. In this instance, the best way to investigate this is to go to a screen, the analysis screen, where we can see both the products on the same screen. So I'll click on View Full Details, see the details of my count, but I'll click on Analysis here at the top. Then I can use a search string, BULLEI, and it will filter out these items so I'm only looking at the 2. And here the picture becomes clear. Again, we see that overage, which results in negative usage. When you see negative usage, you know there is some type of error. But we were unsure whether this is due to invoicing or counting, and the fact that the overage of the bourbon is exactly flip-flopped or opposite to the difference on the rye implies that what happened was we counted a bottle of rye as bourbon. So in order to fix this, we'll come back to here, decrease my count by 1 on the bourbon. Note that the overall variance goes from an overage of almost a bottle to missing just 4% of 1 bottle, and then we'll make the equivalent adjustment on the rye when we get to that item. In this case, we see that Coors Light has an overage of 1 keg. There's no negative usage going on because the amount we counted today, 1 keg, is smaller than the previous count. So there isn't that hard flag, but by checking the missing last time, we can see that the previous count is probably correct. And so the overage in this case is likely to be due to an invoice. One further piece of information, again, if we go to Analysis by clicking on Details, Analysis, we can see that there are 3 different draft beers that are flagged, which all have overages due to a missing invoice. Often distributors distribute bottled beer and kegs of beer, and we also notice that a number of the Budweiser and Coors products for bottled products are missing invoices. So all that taken together, we went and looked, we found the missing invoice, and so we can correct this by increasing the invoiced amount by 1. And now we have a more plausible performance. We can move on to the next item. On this occasion, we're flagging Mick Ultra, very popular beer, and we see there's an overage of 3.5 units. Once again, checking the missing last time, we see that we're only missing 3 bottles, implying our previous count is correct. The current count today is smaller than the previous count, so we're not seeing a negative usage. However, we also sold 4.5 cases. So if we started with 4 and then sold 4.5, it really wouldn't be possible to sell more cases what we started with. If you have a negative expected amount, in this instance, we can see that really what's happened is we're missing an invoice for 4. To check the invoicing, there's no invoices here, but we would go and check our paper trail, go and look at those paper invoices, see if it was checked in, perhaps see if we weren't marking the invoices that have been uploaded to BarI. But in this instance, after doing that, we discovered there was an increase, or there was an invoiced amount that was not communicated of 4 units. Again, if I put servings here, we can see there's only a small reduction because this was cases, not servings. So always look at how the adjustment changes, and obviously if we were over by basically 3.5 kegs, it should change by a bigger amount if I correct that to units. So now we're just missing 13 bottles rather than being over by 83. And again, we understand what happened is we failed to share an invoice with BarI. Here we have another example of a product showing too much, missing a negative amount or over by 1.1 bottles. In this case with Cuervo Silver, we previously counted 0.2 and counted 0 today. So we've poured 20% of 1 bottle. The strange thing is that we've sold 1.3 bottles. After investigations, we discovered that there wasn't a Cuervo Gold bottle in the system, meaning the bartenders were ringing up Cuervo Silver and pouring Cuervo Gold. This is another occasion where it's helpful to look at the analysis page. So click on View Full Details, click on Analysis, and by searching for the name of the product, we can then scroll down and focus our attention on just one item. We see in this instance there's no negative usage, but we've got a small amount of Cuervo Silver poured, but a large amount rung, an equivalent amount, about 1 bottle, missing from the Cuervo Gold. So we can go ahead, come back here, and communicate the issue. Substituted 1 unit, rang silver and poured gold due to missing button. We have now added a button for gold. So this is great because it explains why the issue is and tells us how to fix it, and then also communicates that we understand the issue and have taken action to correct it. Love to see those notes when they're helpful, and this helps us resolve 2 products because we've understood the overage and underage, and obviously by fixing that we can tidy up 2 items